All right, so today we're gonna be end busting, which is essentially just wandering around in the end trying to find an end city for a painfully long time. Um, so yeah, I'm really excited about this. I could finally get an elytra in this save, which is going to really help with building massive projects, as I no longer have to use dirt to um, pillar up and whatnot. Um, So in the last episode, we killed the Ender Dragon, and thus we opened up a gateway to the End Islands or the Outer Islands, and we're gonna use dirt to pillar up because that's what I had on hand at the time. Yes, I know that Enderman can, I guess, move around dirt blocks and steal it, but I don't think it really matters that much because I can always place it back later. The importance of this is essentially just being able to get to it at this point, which is really my only goal at this point. But another advantage of looting end cities is the fact that you get access to diamonds. They're really accessible and in somewhat of an abundance in the end in end city loot chests, which makes it a lot easier to get. Otherwise, it would be basically relying on blacksmith blacksmith chests, which in this world, my luck with finding blacksmith chests were piss poor. Let's just say that. And overall, bad. I think the village diamond has a blacksmith, and I think it took about 20 villages of wandering through until I could find one. That's there. It's very annoying, especially when super flat and you can really only uh, walk during the day. If not, you're going to get blown up by um, like 40 different creepers. So that's an exaggeration, but still, you have a lot of creepers that you're going to have to deal with. So that's unfortunate. But we're just gonna continue building the staircase. Um, but I accidentally kind of peek at an Underman for a slow amount of time. Realize I put it in the wrong place, but I still make the staircase work. Um, I accidentally don't do that properly, so I just do this and then build an offshoot there. Build one down to fix that issue. And what we have to do, I end up realizing that I actually probably need more blocks to explore because the chances of you having an end city right as you get to the other side of the gateway is really small, and I didn't really trust my pearling abilities at this time. Um, so I sleep because it's a bit late. Um, so we're back in the end after getting some cobblestone, um, mostly because I had that on hand at the time, and I decided not to use basalt for some reason. But we're back. We're gonna head towards the gateway now. Another thing also is that most times the gateways spawn in the air, and I like the way of, I guess, building a staircase up or staircase down from it. Um, but yeah. Um, so we're just gonna head up the staircase again, and we're gonna take the one of our 4 pearls. No, that's not a lot, but we're gonna throw it through it, and then I'm just going to build down from it so I can easily get back up when I need to. As you can see, this is where we can actually get coarse fruit, which is really nice. Also, at this time, while we were gone or whatever, I was able to get a mending villager. Not mending, an infinity villager. So I have infinity on my bow now, which is really nice. And I do have plans on doing something with librarians soon. I don't know when it's going to be, but I do plan doing that. I put a block there just for knowledge of where I am. Unfortunately, I'm not really close to anything, but I turn up my render distance to see anything in the distance. But there are no end cities in sight, unfortunately, which means that it's probably going to take a bit longer than I wanted to take on this. But I mean, it's Elytra, you really only need one, but yeah. So we're just gonna explore the outer end islands. It's sped up because this was a good long bit of time. And there she is, End City. And I already see from the distance there is the extension where there would be a bridge or a boat. And this is the problem, is that it's not close at all, so I have to end up digging a couple holes, bridge over to this to make it a bit shorter of a distance. So my strategy for this is make a dash towards the end ship immediately, which means that I won't be heading straight on onto the actual city itself, because I don't want to be shot up in the air, because there are shulkers on the outside of the cities. So I'm thinking if I find a route around it as far as possible that I can, and be able to make a beeline towards the end ship and then pillar up, that's probably going to be the best bet of me getting a elytra without dying thousands of times. Um, and to that reasoning, I really, as long as I get underneath as fast as possible, I shouldn't have to really worry about being shot up because um, you already have the roof to protect you from flying as far up as possible, um, which is really nice. I have tested that method out in another world, and it does work. You just have to make sure you don't get hit by a shulker projectile um, while either pillaring or bridging across, or probably won't survive either. But there's actually 3 cities around me. 2 of them have boats. The other one doesn't. However, they're all really close to each other, which is really nice. But as you can see, I'm just running around the outside of it. Um, and the nice thing about this boat is that it's partially on land, so I shouldn't have to worry about having to bridge over void and then build up. So I'm just figuring out how to do this overall. Trying to figure out where it's the back of it's placed so that I can attack it at its peak. I'm wondering if the other one's fully on land. If so, that would be nice. But um, it doesn't really matter as long as I, bridge up towards it, trying to make sure I shoot at this. My shooting ability sucks because I haven't really shot on this thing. So once I do that, I start bridging over. And I've decided at this point that I'm going to go through the window of the thing, because that would probably be the quickest way through this. And with that, I would just have to break that and without doing it. I hear the shulkers opening and closing, so I get a bit scared that I'm going to be launched up into outer space and come back crashing down and not surviving, unfortunately. So I just decide to build as fast as I possibly can. I run back a bit so I don't get launched off while trying to change inventories. I meant to actually put that in my hotbar before, but I forgot to. But then then I do that, and I just make a mad dash for the interior of this thing. And there's a shulker box there. Doesn't really matter if he hits me up on the thing because I can be caught. He drops one shulker shell, and there's a diamond. That sword sucks because it has vanishing on it. I get some emeralds, which is really nice, and some that. And then we get the mother of all, the elytra, as well. Really, really nice overall thing. I grabbed the 2 potions that are in the brewing stand at the time. And then I see a shulker here, and I impulsively make the bad decision to go towards it. Unfortunately, my blocking abilities did not really suffice that well, and I ended up being launched into the stratosphere. Anyway, and this is basically where our first end expedition ends. Yeah, I got a bit scared. Just started doing this. So this was all fun. Unfortunately, then I fell back to Earth, died from fall damage, which is unfortunate. and then I slept because it was night. Um, so after I got these things, I put on the diamond stuff. I take off my elytra, put on my diamond chest plate, and I head back. So it's been a couple hours, so maybe, and I did some more end busting. Got 2 diamond helmets, some diamonds, another sword, mending. Pretty good sword actually that I may apply at some point, but and 16 shulker cells, so pretty good. But yeah, that's the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.